What's good, YouTube? In today's video, gonna be reacting to more of old Meezy videos. I watched him a lot in my past, and he don't really like reaction channels, but it kind of is what it is because he makes news content, and I kind of like it, so it is what it is. Oh, Meezy, you're just gonna have to hate me, brother. It is what it is. But we're gonna be reacting to the Chud the Builder case. If you don't know who that is, basically this guy's a loser. Nobody loves him. Nobody likes him. No family. No, just absolute loser. Racist loser, bro. Anybody's a racist, automatically loser, lame, whatever you want to use. I could use dirtier words, but I need to be monetized on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into it. Omeezy makes great videos. I'll leave the link and all that below in the comments. Make sure in the description. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the sub button. Let's get into it.
All rise for the Chud the Builder
See what
support
happens.
meeting.
See what's
now listen,
happening.
guys, Chud's in jail. The charges are serious. The judge is already watching what we're doing. So I've got a couple of rules that I need to lay down right now so that we can do whatever we need to do to support our boy Chud. The plan is really simple. Don't threaten anybody. Don't harass anybody. Don't turn this into a culture war. Don't make content around the court case and all this stuff. And whatever you do, don't attack the judge. Capiche?
All right, take him into custody. Told you, sir, you did not have a speaking role today. You decided that you wanted one for whatever reason. I don't know why, but take him into custody.
Look, I normally would feel bad for being so redundant on this channel, but I am nothing short of elated coming to give you guys this news every single chance that I get. This
get a little iron going on this shirt, a little wrinkled. You know what I'm saying? No hate, no hate, no hate, no hate. Love you.
most recent Chud the Builder update is horrible for any Chud the Builder defenders, supporters, and fans. This is arguably worse than when the judge told them, yo, we're not using any of this crowd-funded money. This is worse than when people were making up all
the judge
these,
made it worse. If you don't know what happened,
because
because I think the video I have it on private now, because I've been doing a lot of changes recently on YouTube. But from the first video, they denied any outside money that wasn't Chud the Builder, like putting the money down himself. Any outside money that was sent to him cannot be used for bail or anything. That's basically the rules that were set last time. So if they made it even worse for him, it gets even better.
Was self-defense. This is the worst news that Chud the Builder has gotten. Today he was in court regarding the Nashville, Tennessee situation in which he had dined and dashed and was resisting arrest from police officers. According to this last hearing, the judge ruled against the defense in their request to get this Nashville charges dropped. That means that the restaurant case is moving forward. He can't run from what he is facing. So even if something happens in the other bond case, he'll still have to be dealing with this one right here. But that's not even the worst of it all. Chud the Builder and his supporters have been running around with this gimmick for a while about how he's being unfairly treated.
You know, I spoke to Chud on the phone. He called me. I talked to him. They're basically trying to keep him in jail at any cost. Like, I don't
keep in mind, this is the same guy that walks around and acts like, I think this is Hitler in the background right here. Yeah, he's like a Nazi, like 100% loves Nazis, hates Jewish people. Like, this is a racist piece of shit in itself right here.
To get into everything that's going on because I don't want them to try to use it against him in any way. So I'm going to wait until Thursday and we're going to see what happens there. All right. But we're praying for Chud and I have spoken to him. He's in good spirits. He's okay. He's just upset.
Replace that battery in that fire alarm, brother.
So because they're just moving the goalposts like all the time.
What this person is referring to is the judge making it plain and crystal clear. Hey, your supporters are making this situation worse for you. Not only are they trying to spin narratives about this situation, but they're literally making threats towards the judge himself, which has to be the dumbest thing in the world.
Yeah, that's
These
the
are
dumbest thing you could do.
people who have been encouraging this content from Chud the Builder, and now they're acting surprised when the system sees not only him, but also the support that he has as dangerous. This update isn't just about Chud the Builder losing in court. It's Chud's entire...
To hate it, I've said this many times on this channel. I've said it a lot of other times too. But hating on somebody purely for the color of their skin, or just talking nasty to somebody because of the color of their skin or where they're from, it's just disgusting behavior, bro. Disgusting behavior. Like I said, just ignorance, sick. You know, I don't even think those people are educated or smart. They might call themselves that. If you're racist, you're not intelligent either. So you're just dumb. And I'm going to use a foul line. You're just a dumb piece of shit. I mean, you're just a walking piece of shit. Like, you don't matter to nobody. A racist, you don't matter to a soul.
ecosystem is making everything worse for him, and we've got to talk about it. If you
And I don't
didn't listen
keep prying on it because it's only been 2:45, and I've been pausing this video a lot. But it's like people that say we pray or like Christian that are racist. What do you think's gonna happen when you get up to heaven? It's only gonna be white people. Like you got to be one stupid motherfucker to even think that is even like the case at all, or you're gonna be separated of some kind. It's not the case. Same as the animals, same as the Bible says, same as everywhere else says. And if you read the Bible, then you would realize that no one person, and it says this, I don't know the exact quote, scripture, but no one person, no matter race, gender, where they're from, is no higher than somebody else. We're all on the same level. So to think that you're somewhere higher than somebody, obviously you're not intelligent enough to read the Bible, and you should probably stop using it and putting Christianity and whatever you believe in, whatever God you believe in, whatever, putting people like me that are Christian that love everybody down, because it makes no sense. It's never made sense to me. How are you racist and believe in the Bible? The Bible says clear as day, nobody is higher, nor is anybody better just because of the color of their skin, where they're from, or gender. It does not make anybody better.
haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. Come along with us as we rejoice in the words that a Tennessee judge used on Chud the Builder as they decided to go forward with making matters worse for Chud the Builder in these situations that he's dealing with in regards to this incident in Nashville, Tennessee. You see, back on June 17th, when they had another bond hearing, they decided that they were gonna keep the bond amount the same and that they weren't gonna revoke said bond. And post that situation, the judge, Melissa Blackburn, received threats all weekend long. This is a quote by her. She says, following that ruling, the court received numerous threats over the phone and on social media, Blackburn said, and I mean numerous threats. My assistant was dealing with them. You got these idiots at home talking about how Chud the Builder is just walking up to these black people on the street and they are chimping out. They're overreacting about decisions and words that are being said. But when we get in the courtroom,
you can't go up to somebody,
to face these consequences, and these are just
you
words
can't go
that are
up to
being
somebody
said to
like
and
that.
about somebody else, might I add you. You have his supporters at home doing the chimping out that they're alleging people to do. They're freaking out, they're going crazy, and now they're sending threats. Ultimately, and I do mean ultimately, making these situations worse for Chud the Builder. Mind you, he's supposed to be building some sort of character case, promising that he's not somebody that's going to disturb the peace and is going to be a model citizen. That really does hurt when you have your idiot supporters out there in the streets going insane in the membrane on the people that are ultimately going to make these decisions.
College is me. I don't give a shit.
Perfectly clear.
Put him in jail.
I have a sworn duty to enforce the law. I'm going to perform that duty, she said. I will not be intimidated. You can threaten whoever you want to threaten. A threat to me is a threat to the finest system of justice we've created. I'm going to do my duty. I'm going to bind all three cases over to the grand jury. Eatherly's attorney, Jake Finley, asked Blackburn to allow Eatherly to testify in support of his motion to instate bond, but Blackburn did not allow it. Going over to grand jury is not a good thing for Chud the Builder. People, do y'all understand what's going on? This judge is saying, you know, fuck all the shenanigans that you got going on. We're not playing them games. All these mind games and trickery that you're trying to play on me, I can see right through them. And it doesn't make it any better because your supporters are coming behind you and making it worse. He's in a terrible situation right now. This separation that he's been trying to do from his online personality to what the character that he's trying to paint in court is not, it's not going so well, because they can fight these tweets of past and old and give justification and clarification for all these things. But when in real time, that stuff is spilling over into the courtroom, what else is a judge gonna think? And I know somebody would want me to give
that you were the
fair
person that did
judgment
it.
over
You know
how
what I'm
the
saying?
judge
Like, the
is
judge has a job
proceeding in
to
this
do.
situation. She's abusing her power, Omar. She's doing too much right now. But I genuinely, and I do mean this, genuinely do not care. I'm even under the assumption that she was being graceful, not just this judge, but the other judge that he has in this situation. But in real time, his supporters are proving that there should not be any grace that is extended to him. Your supporters are a reflection of you. So the supporters are showing in real time that, hey, these aren't just clips and stuff, lady. These aren't out of context tweets and moments. No, this is the real deal Holyfield, and we giving it to you live and in action. Mind you, his community is a monkey see, monkey do, no pun intended, type of community. So they're only regurgitating the stuff that they would see from Chud the Builder. This is from the executive director of security from the restaurant in which Chud the Builder stole from. Christopher Morrison, executive director of security and loss prevention at the Omni Hotel testified on June 25th that eventually he felt it was best for the restaurant to cut its losses and let Eatherly leave early. You see, this is them giving grace to a Chud the Builder. He needed to go more
Shouldn't
than
give this man
that
any
money
grace.
was worth. Morrison said. They were willing to let him slide, but he decided that he was going to try to rub their faces in it. Once out on the street, Eatherly yelled racial slurs. He was arrested by a sergeant in the entertainment district unit. Eatherly's case will go before a Nashville grand jury in the coming months. He is being held in the Montgomery County Jail. Y'all understand what this means? This means that at every twist and turn, not only were people giving Chud the Builder the grace and space to just disconnect, like, we don't want you, gang. We don't want to deal with you, the nonsense that come with you, all this other stuff like that. But then he decided to rub it in his face. And so now when he's in court trying to paint a different picture and character about himself, his audience is repeating that same cycle.
Stuff he
They're
said.
Trying
and that's
to
the
give
problem
him
with a
some
lot of like up and coming streamers and YouTubers. And I say younger, more younger. I mean, adults do it too, don't get me wrong. But it's like, you know, you got people out here that are just kind of doing whatever they want, doing stuff illegal, telling their audience this is what they do, this is how I do it, you know, stuff along that nature, stealing for pranks and all this other crazy stuff, trends. And it's like your audience is a direct reflection of who you are. If you're, and you know, some people would like, you know, I think like Los Polos and some people like that, their audience kind of picks at them, makes fun with them, and it's kind of banter back and forth. But when you're doing stupid stuff and then your audience is just like, I mean, I don't even want to use the word kiddish, but it is kiddish. Spamming different stuff. They're a direct reflection of you. And, you know, like I said, that isn't 100% always true. But at the end of the day, the reason you have the supporters you do is because somewhat or some light they think or feel the same way you do, so they support you. So if that they're all being racist and throwing threats and stuff like that, that's on you, brother. That is on you. Like, I don't understand, bro. Like this video, bro. Because I hate racist people, bro. Racist people make my blood boil.
Sort of grace and leeway in this situation. But now his supporters are doubling and tripling down on the nonsense. Instead of making the situation better by writing character letters, doing these GoFundMes for his family, trying to make him out to be a good person, they did the exact opposite of what you should be doing for somebody in this situation.
Threats.
Hey guys, I'm just leaving the courthouse where Dalton Eatherly just had his court hearing with Judge Blackburn. Jacob Fenley did amazing. It was embarrassing to be the prosecutor. When it came time for the judge to make her decision, she went into victim mode, saying that she had been threatened, you know, had all these threats coming, doesn't say who, doesn't say from where, just starts talking about everything besides the evidence that was just brought forth. My faith in the legal system is at an all-time low. I pray I never get a judge like that.
This guy right here in this video is not only an ignoramus, but this is that leader of the Chud the Builder fan page that's been tweeting out these tweets that have been trying to paint these pictures about Chud, trying to skew these narratives. The one that in a couple videos ago attacked Poetic Flacco for not having any video evidence, or at least not providing the video evidence that Flacco said that he had. You can kind of tell what type of person this is based off of the way
change the narrative of how Chud the Builder actually is.
Things that Chud the Builder did, any actions that he did, and bigging him up, and everybody else is the victim, everybody else is the problem, to the tune of making up things. Remember that. And all of this framing that he's trying to do is the exact thing, and I do mean the exact thing that hurts Chud the Builder. It's a twofold type of situation. One, he is one of the more notable and credible faces that is behind this whole Chud the Builder thing, and he is leading marches and movements in attacking this judge's character.
This is a judge who just before Dalton's trial, an illegal Mexican drunk driving got 2 months. She lectured him saying, you can't risk this, you might get deported. Giving an illegal immigrant advice how not to get imported, who just was driving on a without a license, obviously, while drunk. She has the audacity to do this. It's pretty sad.
So he's sitting here attacking the credibility of the judge in question, all the while having an audience who is being radicalized by the content that he is putting out, the narratives that he's trying to spin, etc., etc. And then these same people turn around and they make it worse. They're not helping Chud the Builder. They're proving that there's this ecosystem around escalation, turning every ruling into some sort of conspiracy, turning every critic into a target. He's the same guy that attacked that city council guy as well. They're making this whole thing worse. Mind you, we got to remember the brand of Chud the Builder is provoke people, create enemies, make the
And then
audience
make people
feel like
mad.
confrontation, and every confrontation is some sort of war, and then you monetize the chaos. Chud the Builder's been doing that for quite some time now. So even when he's locked behind bars, they're running with that same exact narrative. Literally, Chud the Builder could be free, or at least in some sort of better legal situation, but the same audience that encouraged the content
It's what
is now
keeps him
helping
there.
create this image that the court is punishing in real time. Chud supporters think that they are defending him, but in reality,
They're not.
they're giving a live
They're making it worse.
demonstration as to why the court should not trust him or anybody around him in any word that they have to say about all this.
Stand on shit. Whatever you talking about the motherfucking lie. Hey, you motherfucking know it. I don't give a fuck. Whatever you talking about the motherfucking lie. Hey, you know it. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Chimping out, man. Low impulse control. This is the reason why Austin Metcalf is dead. Because this
Right
is a
there.
response.
Just a racist piece of shit.
This is a response they teach their young people to have. This is a response that the mothers, the black mothers in this community. This community does not teach its people to respect personal boundaries. It does not teach people to talk with respect. And that's why Austin Metcalf said, because of your failure as black parents. Melo Anthony should be swinging from a tree outside this courthouse.
Think about all the people that have been stepping up for Chud the Builder in this time of need for
See what I'm
great
saying? They're his supporters and everybody. They're racist, bro. They're racist, dude. Like I'm sorry I keep saying the same thing, but there's really no other way to describe these people, bro.
White hope, right?
It's
The great
sick.
advocate of free speech. We have, on one hand, a guy like Jake Lang, who is a known provocateur, known antagonizer. Hell, already been in these Tennessee courts, getting taken out in handcuffs by police officers outside of that same courtroom, yelling and screaming. Then goes down to the Carmelo Anthony trial and antagonizes and gets arrested for inciting some sort of violence towards Carmelo Anthony and the family and stuff like that. Then you have that pred-catching guy who took the stand saying that he would, you know,
The dude that was with Gideon. I think his name's Alex.
The Builder.
You would never say the N-word in the Allegheny National Forest in Pennsylvania. Well, you're wrong.
Needless to say, this guy is an
Just
online
ignorant,
racist in
racist.
his own right. Somebody who, if you were trying to prove that you weren't some sort of actual racist and you were just a free speech advocate, would probably not be the guy that you would want supporting you. And then you have his main supporter guy, his main person, you know, the guy that just came out the courthouse, antagonizing and sending people at city officials, most notably the judge's office, in order to send them threats or discredit them and other things. This is the ecosystem and the figures that support a Chud the Builder. People who have built platforms on
It's
being
sick,
aggressive,
bro. It's
inflammatory,
sick.
and confrontational. And their audience rewards it. They encourage it, right? The clips are being spread. The shock is there. The anger is there. Everybody
crazy,
is entertained because of it. But then the second that a legal system responds seriously in any way, shape, form, or fashion, everyone pretends
They
that, hey
blow
man,
up,
this is just a
act-
joke. It
it's
shouldn't be
too
taken this
much,
seriously.
you know what I'm
Why are
saying?
people going crazy? This is where the contradictions come in. They want the benefits of making people feel unsafe without the consequences of being treated like a public safety concern. And all the while, there is only one person that is suffering behind all the nonsense that his supporters are putting out there in the world. And that's Chud the Builder. Not only is it making himself look worse in the court's eyes, he also can't get the truck. He can't get to the funds and the GoFundMe because of it. Remember, that's the reason why it couldn't tap into those GoFundMe funds, is because
The
there was a
judge blocked
question
it
about
off.
the legitimacy of where these things were coming from. But I can almost promise you, if they weren't backed by these online racists, the judge would have no problem with it. But alas, it's not. And so now Chud the Builder sits in the literal worst case scenario where the judge is not only judging the action that he's done, whether it be in Nashville or the other county in Tennessee, which he shot a man in front of a courthouse, which for what it's worth, he was going to get packed up for that either way. But now, in my opinion, it's a little bit slanted, right? They're looking at the entire online
Grand
social
scheme of
media
things.
presence.
They're
and
looking at
saying,
all the
"Oh,
videos."
buddy, you're an idiot. And we're going to pack you up for it. Chud's biggest problem is not the charges, right? I think that he could either get them lowered or looked at in a different light if it was just him and his defense attorney. But now, because of the people behind him confirming the image that is being painted by the prosecution and not just Chud the Builder, he's got a tough road ahead. It's almost like he's swimming upstream to try to get to the next piece of land so he can get out of this river, and simultaneously his supporters are swimming downstream right?
The supporters
tied
are making
to
it worse
So he's
for him,
having a
bro.
hard
That's what I'm
time
saying.
getting forward, gaining any sort of momentum. He needed the court to see the distance between the content and the real world. But the shooting in itself, that erased any distance that was there. Him running out on a bill and yelling racial slurs is erasing more distance. And if there was any distance left,
it's
his
facts.
supporters
It's
are
facts,
doing
bro.
a piss poor job in wiping it clean away. But do I have any sympathy at all? No. This is the same audience that was rewarding said escalation. These were just dogs, right? These were his boys in the pound that supported all the nonsense. And
now they're
still
making it
in
worse for
right?
him.
They're still in the fight with him. So while Chud may want you guys to shut up, no. I say don't shut up. I say
Keep
stand
going.
10 toes
Keep
with
going.
Chud the Builder in his time
Make it
in
worse
need
for
and
him.
double and
Yeah.
triple down. If
I
you
love
change
that.
stances now, well, that really shows that you guys were soft, right? So I say quadruple down in your efforts. Go to that judge and say some things, right? Discredit her. Discredit anybody that's involved, you know, and then live with the outcomes. While Chud the Builder
Great video, bro. Great video, like always. I'm easy. I think the thing that pisses me off most about racist is like there's no backing it. Why are you better? Why do you think you're better? It's like I said, it's just ignorant. I think racism should be, you know, tossed out by a long shot. You know, I don't think it should be anywhere in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's just disgusting behavior. It's terrible behavior. It's just nasty, bro. Nasty work. Drop L racist in the comments. Drop no. Then y'all think I'm racist. Drop, you know, we hate racists in the comments. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say, bro. And if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like, hit the sub button, and of course, I'm gonna drop this full video down below in the description down below if you want to check out Omeezy. He does a lot of great videos. It's been your boy Nick. I'm out, man. Peace.